Recording.
Right. In 2009, Andre Agassi, in his autobiography, admitted that he detested the game of tennis. This game was a shocker to so many people in the world. He detested the game, the very game that had made him a multimillionaire, the very game that had earned him endorsements, the very game that had made him a household name. He detested it. Andre Agassi was talented, still is. But from that confession, we realized that Andre Agassi was not living in his sweet spot of life. Here he was living a life that so many people would die. Well, if they die, they won't be able to live the life, so. But people would give so much to live that type of life. He was successful by all standards. He was wealthy, he was popular, he was exceedingly talented, yet there was something missing. This situation is not rare. It's not something that is just peculiar to people like Andre Agassi. There are so many people living life, wealthy, successful, quote unquote, but who are unhappy. And then there's the rest of us who are not wealthy, who are working, but hate the jobs in which we find ourselves. And there are some people who are not wealthy, who are working, but who are extremely, extremely happy, extremely satisfied with what they do. And when you encounter people like that, these people unconsciously become the envy of your lives. Why? Because they have found the sweet spot of life. So, what is the sweet spot of life, and how can you find the sweet spot of your life? Because this is not something special. It's not peculiar. It's not reserved for a chosen few. It is for all of us. We were all born to live out something special, something unique. The big question, how? 3 things I'm going to tell you. 3 things will help you find the sweet spot of your life. And I call them the 3 circles. TIP. So let me give you a tip. T stands for talent. Talent. A talent is an ability you were born with. You did not acquire it. You were born with it. You came out of your mother's womb kicking. I don't know, nobody here came from a test tube, so right? You are not grown on a phone. We all came out of our mother's wombs with this ability. Abilities are not acquired. Abilities are discovered. It is something you do naturally. You are good at it without effort. A talent is something that puts you above average without sweat, without practice, without knowledge. What you do well naturally may take others years of practice to attain your level. But understand that your talent is not enough to make you successful. Your talent is enough to put you above average, but to get to that level of constant, excellent performance requires adding knowledge and skill to your talent. And when you do that, your talent becomes a strength. And you move from above average to the top 2% of people that perform in that talent. Now, having found your strength, there are still other things you need to add to it. So what's the I? Interest. Interest. What are your areas of interest? I say interests are things that we enjoy doing. Interests are things that we are interested in. We love to talk about them. We love to hear about them. We can discuss these things for hours without getting tired. Now we have so many interests. List out your interests. List out your talents. And then the defining factor, your passion. What are you passionate about? What makes you cry? What makes you exceedingly happy? What do you wish you could solve? What would you give your life for? We each have something that in this life we would love to leave our names on and say, this is the contribution I made to this life. What is your passion? Passion, like talent, is not acquired. Passion is discovered. When we intersect our talents turned into strengths with our interests and our passion, the intersection of those three gives us the sweet spot of life. And unlike Andre Agassi, who had a talent, turned it into a strength, had an interest in sport, but was not passionate about it, we can find those things that, when intersected, give us fulfillment, give us satisfaction, help us excel above the ordinary. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not above or beyond our reach. It is within reach, because within each and every one of us lies these three elements of talent, interest, and passion. Find yours and find your sweet spot of your life. And I'm Toastmaster.